Hey, and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you 10 things that you can organize right now, and everything's from the dollar store. The first organizer is this DIY wall hanger that gives you so much more storage. We're going to use it in the bathroom, but you can use this in any space and make it for under $10. Head to the Dollar Tree and pick up 2 of the garden edgers. They are scalloped, they look like wrought iron, and you want 4 of the little flower pots that are in the same section, in the garden section. Just cut off the spikes on the bottom of the garden edgers, flip the bottom one upside down, and tie strap them together. Then you can drill holes in the back of your bucket and slip tie straps through the holes to attach directly to the garden edging backing. So fast, so simple. I added 2 additional holes on the side just to really stabilize the bucket so that they stay in place and that they can hold additional weight. I think this looks great just the way it is, but I'm going to add a quick coat of black spray paint. You can paint this any color or distress it so it really matches your decor. And I'm hanging it in Izzy's bathroom. We're going to fill it with all of her face cloths and her hand towels so she can easily access all of that stuff that right now is just clutter, and it looks really beautiful too. If you need more storage in your home, this is a great DIY. The second one is probably my favorite. This is a little to-do tower. Everything is from the Dollar Tree. I got this idea from Bargain Bethany, who is my favorite YouTuber of all time. She is a genius. And I didn't even know that the Dollar Tree had all of these different pegboard organizers till I watched her video. She did so many incredible things with it, but I love that you can create a little desktop organizer for all of the things that would usually end up being clutter. So easy to do. Even if your Dollar Tree sucks like mine, you're gonna find what you need. You wanna pick up 4 of the rectangle side pieces and then 1 package of the smaller squares. When you're going to glue this together, it's the easiest thing to do is to start with the bottom square and then use a combination of hot glue and E6000 and just run a bead along the edge and then add your taller 4 pieces to create a large tower. Then go ahead on the top and run glue along the edge, again, E6000 and hot glue, and add your top piece. Let this dry, and this is where the magic happens. If you want, you can take one of these Dollar Tree cup holders that actually spins. It has a little Lazy Susan on the bottom, and just remove the bottom piece so that you can attach the Lazy Susan directly to the bottom of your to-do tower. I just took it apart and hot glued the top piece and then slid in the bottom piece, and the weight is what's going to hold it together and keep it sort of turning. This isn't a perfect solution. Maybe you have a different solution, but for right now, this is working. Now I'm going to add all of the different pegboard organizers. I was impressed. They had cups and shelves and little dishes and a ton of different hooks, all for $1.25. This is an amazing deal, and this is the perfect way to organize all of your pens, all of your little office supplies that you like to have out on your desk. And I also attached some Post-it notes right to the side with some 3M strips so that I can create a little to-do section. So I can write all the things that I want to do and have it right on the desk. It spins. I love this thing, especially for visual organizers. This is a DIY you have to try. I'm so in love with these butterfly earring and necklace organizers. This is so simple to make. Abby recently got her ears pierced, so she has a lot of new jewelry and she's a visual organizer. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I instantly saw these butterfly wood things and I thought, I'm gonna make jewelry organizers out of these. The corkboard from the dollar store has a peel and stick back, so I peeled off the back and I stuck it to the actual scrapbooking paper, and then I laid the wood piece over top and traced it out and then cut inside the line so that it's a little bit smaller than the actual wood applique that goes on top, but the wood is going to completely cover, so you don't even have to cut this out nicely. Just a rough cut is all you need. I went ahead and painted the front of my butterflies both pink and gray to match her space. You can stain these or leave these natural wood or paint them any color you want. So simple to do. Just hot glue the piece of wood directly onto your scrapbooking paper that has the cork on the back, and I'm gonna add some ribbon from the Dollar Tree to add a little tail so that she can clip on all her different hair accessories too. That's it. It's this simple. I'm using 3M strips to attach it to the side of her wood shelf, but this can go directly onto the wall too, and you have instant jewelry storage. Use push pins for necklaces and bracelets, or push the earrings directly into the cork or hang it off the wood so you have a beautiful and functional jewelry organizer for under $10. I really like having clutter-free counters, but especially this time of year, we have a ton of fruit and vegetables that's usually just in a pile. I like the fruit organizer we currently have, and you can make your own with one trip to the Dollar Tree for under $4. All you need is to get 2 of the hanging baskets that they have and one of the black vases. You don't even have to paint this. Start by just taking the chain off the hanging baskets and then run a bead of hot glue and E6000 along the bottom circle of one of the baskets. Flip the vase upside down, stick it into place, and at the top, which is actually the bottom of the vase, run another bead of hot glue and E6000 and add the top basket. That's it. I cut a small piece of felt just to cover the bottom, but this is not necessary. It doesn't take very long to dry. You don't even have to paint it, and you have a beautiful fruit organizer for your counter to keep it clutter-free for under $4. I'm so obsessed with this wall organizer. I think it's perfect for veggies, but you can use it for anything that you need more storage for. I'm putting this in the kitchen. We have a bigger garden this year, so we have a ton of tomatoes and cucumbers and zucchini, and all summer long it's usually clutter on the counter. So I created this little wall organizer just to corral it all. So easy to do. All you need is 3 of the little pictures that they have at the dollar store. The ones that they had here had like weird leaves on it, but it really didn't matter because you're going to want to remove all of that off. We're going to be painting and covering this anyways. Any of the wood Dollar Tree signs will work. You just want to get as many that will be the length of how many baskets that you want. I couldn't find the wire baskets in my Dollar Tree, so I went with these plastic rectangle baskets, and that's really all you need. I flipped these over and staple gunned the back to attach them all together. I probably should have added a little E6000, but this is holding it just fine. And then I gave everything a quick coat of black spray paint. Once it was painted, I'm gonna add some scrapbooking paper to the back of mine. The Dollar Tree has so many different options of scrapbooking paper, but I already had this here in my house, so I'm just adding some glue and slipping it into place in the back to add a little pop of color. Now I'm using a combination of E6000 and my staple gun to attach the baskets directly to the wood. I've seen this done before with ladders and different things, and it always turns out so good. Once all my baskets were attached, I'm letting the glue dry, and I decided to add some greenery up the side, just to add, I don't know, to make it prettier. This is totally not necessary. I'm hanging it right on the wall in my kitchen and filling it with all the vegetables from my garden. All the things that are usually just everywhere now have a home, and I think this looks gorgeous. You need to try one of these organizers. So fast, so easy, and so inexpensive to make. I'd like to thank HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. Summers are busy and hectic, and I don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, but HelloFresh doesn't get in the way of my busy day. They have quick and easy, wholesome recipes that are healthy and fit with my goals. They now have over 30 different recipes for you to choose from every single week, which is more than any other meal kit. HelloFresh's fit and wholesome recipes make it easy to eat healthy without sacrificing flavor, so you can maintain your goals and feel good about your food choices. All of the recipes come with pre-portioned ingredients, so it's a lot less time spent prepping and a lot less wasted food. Treat yourself this summer to HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com and use the promo code Clutterbug16 to get up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. That's HelloFresh.com, promo code Clutterbug16. I swear this is the easiest Dollar Tree DIY I've ever done, and it's actually really, really functional. You want to pick up a few of the mesh bags And then some shower curtain rings. I got one pack of the plastic ones to put on the top and a package of the metal to attach the two mesh bags together. You start by attaching the plastic shower curtain rings to the very top of one of the mesh bags. You want to do this so you can hang it on the inside of your shower curtain rod, or in our bathroom, we actually have a towel rod that we never use because the towels would get soaked. So that's where we're going to hang this. And then use the metal ones to attach the two bags together just by slipping it through the holes and clipping them together. So easy, really inexpensive. We're using this as Izzy's shower to just contain all of her different shampoos and body washes and loofahs. But I also think this is a perfect solution for kids' bath toys so they can dry or anything else that you need extra storage for in your shower. Just hang this on the inside of your curtain rod for additional bathroom storage. My sponge is always in the bottom of my sink, so I'm making a tiered tray just to get it organized and have a spot for both the dish soap and the hand soap to go. This tiered tray is simple to make. At the Dollar Tree, just grab 2 of the wood boxes and 2 of the garden hooks that are supposed to hang pots, and that is literally all you need. Flip the hooks upside down, and on the bottom, add a little bit of E6000 and hot glue, and then the wood box. And on the other side, you want to do the same thing. So you want to glue the bottom first. Then on the top, again, E6000 and hot glue to hold it in place. And I'm just using books because I don't have clamps to sort of smoosh this all together as it dries. It's only going to take a few minutes for this to dry. And now you have an adorable tiered tray. I grabbed one of the ceramic soap dishes from the Dollar Tree. It fits perfect in the bottom so that you can put wet sponges or cloths down there and it's not going to wreck your tiered tray. And the top fits the soap dispensers from the Dollar Tree perfectly. So I added 2 of the white ones. I just used my Cricut to add hand and dish soap to them. This looks so cute, you guys, and it's so functional and gives a spot for everything that I need to wash the dishes. This next tip, it might break your heart a little bit, but if you're like me and you have kids and they never put their shoes away, I feel you. We have a mudroom that has cubbies, but everybody just kicks their shoes into a giant pile in the garage. Nobody's putting them in a closet, nobody's putting them on a shoe shelf, and I'm tired of fighting it. Grab some of these big buckets from the Dollar Tree and just add everybody's name to the bucket. Line them up and let people kick their shoes into an actual home. I know this isn't a perfect solution. I know shoes are kind of all messed up, but it's a lot better than tripping over a giant pile. Plus, you know who the big offender is. Whoever's not putting their shoes into their named buckets, it kind of shames them into picking up their shoes a little bit. It's a lot neater. It's $5 to do this hack, and if you have little kids, I recommend it. For some reason, toilet paper holders are so expensive, but you can make one for $2.50. Just head to the Dollar Tree and pick up 2 of the paper towel holders. These are actually really sturdy for $1.25, and cut the base off of one of them. I had to use bolt cutters because these things are heavy duty, but once I cut it off, I just used duct tape to attach the cut off one to the top of the other paper towel holder, and that's it. I mean, you can leave it like this, or you can paint it like I did. I just added 1 quick coat of black spray paint, and that's it. Slide on your toilet paper, and you will never run out of TP again this summer. Keep it right beside the toilet. I'm telling you, $2.50. You have to try this hack. You can organize your accessories in seconds with this quick tip. I'm organizing all my scarves, but you can use this for belts or anything else that you need a home for, just using 1 package of dollar store clothespins. I love these big plastic clothespins because they're perfect for sliding over the thin hangers so that you can attach anything that needs to be organized in seconds for just $1.25. I hope you're feeling inspired to organize something today with some dollar store DIYs. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'm Cass from Clutterbug if you're new here, and like this video for more DIY hacks. I'll see you next time. Thank you guys so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. Recently, I went to a little YouTuber retreat where I got to meet all my most favoritist YouTubers. It was such a cool experience. I cried when I first saw Catherine from Do It on a Dime. We've been doing this forever and I've always wanted to meet her. She's like my YouTube hero and she's so incredibly kind and incredible in person. Like, she's the most genuine person that I've ever met. Exactly how she is in her videos is how she is in real life. And I also met Bargain Bethany, who's my new favorite YouTuber. She's a legit genius and the sweetest person on the face of the planet. But I met a lot of YouTubers I had never heard of before too. Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone. You have to check her out, okay? I'm gonna put a link in the description to her channel. This lady all the YouTubers were incredible, but Lisa, holy banana pants. She had a baby strapped to her the whole time. And also, she runs her business, her YouTube channel, her podcast. She has courses, and she has 7 children, you guys. But just wait, listen, okay? She's a homesteader on top of that. She has a farm. She milks her cow every morning for milk. And she has like chickens for eggs and huge gardens. I look at her and I think, I want to do that. But I'm way too lazy. There's no way in heck I'm getting up in the morning to milk a cow or collect eggs. Fantasy Cass wants to be Lisa. Real life Cass can barely get her laundry done most days. 7 children, you guys. Not only does she grow all her own food, but she bakes everything from scratch, even their bread, and she has a lot of sourdough recipes. She makes sourdough bread and buns and muffins and pizza dough. And I'm like, maybe I could do sourdough. And then I realized this is a living thing. It's like a pet in your house that you have to keep alive and feed. A sourdough starter. This seems really excessive. I can barely keep my children alive, let alone a little lump of mold or whatever it is. It's not happening. But I love watching her. She inspires me. I made my garden bigger. I planted more flowers in the back. I've been baking bread, you guys, like bread with yeast. It's quick yeast because listen, I'm lazy, but I finally got it down and it's rising and it's delicious. And I'm like dipping my toe in the water of Lisa on Farmhouse on the Boone. So you got to check her out because she is so inspiring. Do not feel bad about yourself when you look at her life and know that there's no way in heck you could ever do a fraction what she does. But I know she's going to inspire you like she inspires me. So you got to check her out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.